morning, children. Today we are going to start with the general principle and the processes of isolation elements. This lesson carries 4 marks in board exam. Okay. Now I am going to tell about the things. What are the things present in this chapter? In this chapter, we are going to start the extraction of metals from ores by concentration, roasting, froth flotation. Many processes are there. Refining, electrolytic refining. Many things we are going to learn in this lesson. The main thing is the removing impurities from the metal. That was the main theme of this lesson. Now I am going to tell what are minerals. Minerals are materials obtained from earth which contain impurities. For example, the petroleum is mineral, coal is a mineral. All minerals are ores. But all ores are minerals. But all minerals are not ores. Because the minerals constitute the materials extracted from the earth, from the sea. All those things are called minerals. Under the soil also called minerals. Ores means the material impurity present in the metal in the form of carbonate, sulfate, triterite, all those things, right? Here minerals means petrol is also a mineral, coal is also a mineral, so carbon, charcoal are the minerals. Ores means the impurity present in the metal only. That is the difference between the ore and the minerals. Okay, now I am going to tell you about the native state and combined state. Native state elements like carbon, sulfur, gold, silver, platinum. These are native state elements. What is native state element? When you are going to extract this metal, means these metals does not contain any impurities. They are purest state. So they are called as native state elements. Combined state elements. Native state means pure state elements. Combined state elements like iron oxide Fe2O3, zinc oxide, Zn, all these things are mixed with impurities like oxygen, sulfur, all those things as impurities. Combined state impurities mixed with impurities in the form of ores. Mixed with elements are called as combined state elements. So there are two types of elements which is extracted from the earth surface. One is a native form element, other one is a combined form element. Native form elements means carbon, sulfur, gold, silver, platinum, which are extracted in the form of only carbon, only sulfur. Then combined state elements means oxygen, sulfur, all those non-metallic impurities mixed with the element. They are called as ores. These are the two type of materials we have extracted. Okay. Now I am going to tell about the some ores, principal ores. This lesson we are going to study about the extraction of aluminium, iron, copper and zinc. These 4 metals only we are going to study detail in this chapter, how to extract these metals. So one more thing is aluminium is the most abundant element present in the earth. This we learned in 10th standard itself. Iron is the second most abundant element. So 8.3% of earth is consisting of aluminium. Nitrogen is the most abundant material present in the atmosphere. Nitrogen is the 78% present in atmosphere. right? Hydrogen is the ninth most abundant element. Ninth most abundant element in the earth. Abundant element in the earth. Hydrogen is more in the ocean area when compared to the land part. Hydrogen present in large extent in the ocean area. In the planet Jupiter, large planet like Jupiter, Saturn, containing large amount of hydrogen gas. Large amount of hydrogen gas. These are some introduction part. So hydrogen gas maximum present in the Jupiter planet and Saturn planet. Hydrogen is the ninth most abundant element in the earth. When compared to hydrogen present in the land area is less than the water area in the form of combined state of water H2O. So nitrogen is 78% in atmosphere and 8.3% of aluminum present in the earth, 6.7% of iron present in the earth crust. Iron present in the earth crust. So these are the availability of elements, which is the most element present in the earth and which is the most non-metal element present in the earth. All are given in the table. Now I am going to draw some metals, minerals, metals, metal, mineral and formula, right? So metal is obtained from which mineral and the formula now I am going to write here. Hey, keep going, go. Metal, aluminium, mineral. Which are the minerals present here? Which are the minerals? It is obtained from bauxite. Aluminium is obtained from bauxite, kaolinite. Formula of this element is, formula of bauxite is Al2O3 2H2O. Formula of kaolinite, it is clay. It is a form of clay. This formula is Al2O3 SiO2 2H2O. This is the formula. And these are the two primary ores present in the aluminium. Okay, next, aluminium is extracted from bauxite and kaolinite. It is a clay. Then iron. Next one is iron. Iron in the form of hematite ore. Then magnetite ore, siderite ore, and iron pyrites. There are 4 types of ores iron present here. This lesson we are going to learn iron, how we extract iron from its impurity using hematite ore. Hematite ore is used in the experiment. Now I am telling Fe2O3 is the formula of hematite. Fe3O4 is the formula of magnetite. FeCO3 is the formula of siderite. Iron pyrite is FeS2. These are the iron and its ores. Iron is extracted from these various ores. And the next one is copper. Copper pyrites. CuFeS2, right? Next, copper cuprite, copper glans means Cu2S. Cuprite means Cu2O. Next one is malachite. Malachite means the formula CO3 CuOH twice. So this is the 4 ores from which copper will be extracted. Next one is zinc blend. It is obtained from zinc blend. Formula is Zn. Then ginsite formula is O. Calamine, zinc carbonate. Next one is calamine. Calamine is Zeton CO3. Next one ginsite. Ginsite is Zeton O. So these are the three ore elements. Zinc is obtained from zinc blende, calamine, ginsite. There are three things: zinc sulfide, zinc carbonate. So these are the earthly impurities. When we are taking zinc, means it was extracted from zinc carbonate, zinc blende, zinc blende, calamine or ginsite. So from which we have to take these materials. So this is the thing. Then next step is how to extract the metals from its impurities. So I have explained in the earth surface these metals are present in combined state. Combined state I have explained 4 elements. These 4 elements we have to learn in this chapter detailedly. 4 marks coming for the board exam. Next one is general common method of extracting metal from its ore. Extracting metal from its ore. That we have to draw with the help of a flow chart. Flow chart. Now ore. This is a ore, right? First it has pulverized. Pulverized means it was grind into powder form. It was grind into powder form. Next one is ore dressing or concentration, otherwise known as concentration, right? So I will explain what is concentration, what is pulverization at that and after this flow chart. Next one is concentration for highly reactive metal. First one is highly reactive metal, purifying highly reactive metal. Next one is moderately reactive metal. Third one is low reactive metal. So metals was divided into 3 types. In 10th standard we learned that potassium, magnesium, sodium, calcium, aluminum. These are highly reactive metals. And zinc, iron, then lead, all these are moderately reactive. Copper, gold, silver, platinum, low reactive. This and all we learned in 10th standard. So we have to know that which are the elements highly reactive. Potassium, so S block elements. Alkaline earth metal, alkali metals. Moderately reactive, D block elements. Low reactive elements, the corner of the D block element, the right corner of the D block element. Now I am going to give the highly reactive metal was purified by electrolysis. What is electrolysis? We have already discussed. One part anode consisting of pure metal electrode, cathode consisting of impure metal electrode. While passing current, the impure metal melt as anode. Anode is a impure metal, cathode is a pure metal. By passing current, impurities in the anode compartment settle down as anode mud, and the electrons from the anode compartment moving towards the cathode compartment, and cathode should be painted by the same metal because the electrolyte will be the same. If suppose I am using copper, impure copper is anode and pure copper is cathode, dissolved in electrolyte copper sulfate. What happen means they, while passing the current, the impure copper get melted first, and the impurities like sand, gang or materials are settled as anode mud, and the remaining compounds, the remaining materials are the electrons moving towards the solution, and the electron and copper 2 plus in the solution, because in solution copper sulfate act as copper 2 plus and sulfate 2 minus. The copper 2 plus and the electron gain as copper and is painted over the cathode compartment. So in cathode reduction takes place, gaining of electron. In anode oxidation takes place, loss of electrons. current moving in anode direction, electron moving in cathode direction. So in this way we can remove the impurities in the highly reactive metals. That is why electrolysis, and we get metal. So I have explained like this. See, this is the material connected to a voltmeter or copper sulfate, CuSO4, electrolyte, anode mud, impure copper, pure copper, copper sulfate. The electron moving in the current is moving, electron is moving in the direction, current moving in the direction. So this is we learned in 10th standard. Same thing here. Moderately reactive metals undergoing there are two types of impurities present in moderately reactive substance. Carbonate impurity. Other one is next one is carbonate impurity. Second one is sulfide impurity. So carbonate impurity and sulfide impurity, mostly D block elements containing carbonate impurity and sulfide impurity. Carbonate impurity is rectified by the method called as calcination. I will teach you what is calcination, and this method is roasting. Sulfide impurities are removed by roasting. Finally you will get metal oxide. This metal oxide undergoes reduction to give metal. So this is the process taking place. Moderately reactive metals like zinc, iron, lead, all these materials. This is potassium, sodium, all these metals. This silver, gold, etc. All these metals. So moderately reactive metals such as zinc, iron, lead are containing zinc carbonate. Suppose it is zinc carbonate. Calcium or carbonate, zinc carbonate is there. Calcium is highly reactive. So zinc carbonate undergoes react with calcination. What is calcination? Calcination means removing the carbonate impurity by supplying limited amount of air and heating the particular ore below their melting point. Heating the particular ore below its melting point, limited amount of supply of air are the methods used in calcination. And roasting. If a materials like zinc sulfate, Zn is a sulfide impurity. Zinc sulfide was removed by roasting in the presence of air. Heating the ore in presence of air to remove the impurities called roasting. During roasting, the non-volatile gases like sulfur, oxygen are removed, and during roasting the metal get purified, and then it is moisture and any other material present means roasting the moisture, wet compounds will be removed, and metal oxide will be formed. Metal oxide will be react with carbon or more reactive reducing agent to form metal. I will teach you. Low reactive metals undergoes electrolysis and gives metal. Electrolysis and finally gives metal. Okay, copper also undergo electrolysis. That's why I am teaching this copper, because a low reactive metal also undergo electrolysis. Instead of copper, you use sodium metal. Sodium, impure sodium and the pure sodium we are using means the same procedure, right? So 10th we learn that copper that is low reactive metal, but here high reactive metal also undergoes electrolysis. In 3rd chapter in 10th standard we learn that sodium, extraction of sodium from sodium chloride, that is one process. So impure sodium is anode and pure sodium is cathode, stored in sodium chloride solution. The same setup you will get the metal, pure metal. Okay. Now I am going to tell what is calcination and what is roasting. Simple explanation, simple things. Let us see calcination. Carbonate impurities, metals containing carbonate impurities. Calcination. Zinc carbonate, on undergoing heat it will give zinc oxide plus carbon dioxide. The zinc oxide, this is called a calcination. Limited supply of air. So this zinc oxide undergoes reaction with carbon, coal, nothing but coal. it will give zinc plus carbon monoxide. Reduction takes place. So you get pure zinc. This is the process in the moderately reactive metals calcination process. Roasting. Let us take roasting. Mercury sulfate. In 10th standard, you learn that cinnabar, mercury sulfate, mercury sulfate removed. Now I will to take zinc sulfate. That is plus 2O2 gives it will give zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. That stoichiometric balance we have to use to 2 Zetan is SO2. 3O2 you will get a SO2. 2 Zetan 3O2 means 1 will be given here 2 Zetan 2 Zetan, okay, SO2. How many SO2? 2, no. SO2 1 is removed. Zinc oxide roasting. See, in this way, removing the sulfur impurities from this, I will write HCS mercury sulfide plus oxygen. Zetan S plus O2 gives Zetan O plus SO2. For this, we have to use zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide. One more oxygen is added, oxidation air, passing air. On passing air, it will give supplying oxygen, you get zinc oxide. This zinc oxide again react with coke, it will form zinc plus carbon monoxide. So this is the process taking place in the calcination and the roasting part. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about the things present in this chapter. How to extract metallurgy. What is metallurgy? Metallurgy, the study of extraction of impurities from the metal, is called metallurgy. In this metallurgist chapter, 4 things are there. One is crushing or grinding. First step is crushing or grinding the hump of solid. Crushing or grinding. Pulverizing. Second one is concentration or ore dressing. Steps, metallurgy steps. What are the steps to pure? Third one is extracting crude metal from its impurity. Smelting, that is extraction of crude metal from its impurity, from its ore. For iron, it is smelting process. Okay. And fourth one is refining. Refining means removing the metal from the all impurities. Electrolytic separation, Van Arkel method, Mons process, vapor phase experiment, and then zone refining. Many things, distillation, polling, all these things comes under the category of refining that we will discuss in the latter part of the class. Now I am just telling what is metallurgy, what are the steps involved for removing impurities from the metal. Crushing or grinding or pulverizing. Concentration I am going to tell now. Concentration, crushing means if hump of solid is there, large solid materials is there, using ball mill or any grinding mill used to powder, make it as a powder. Raw metal is converted into powder, that is converting lump of solid into powder form. That is called as crushing or grinding or pulverizing. Concentration, what is concentration? Earthly impurities and siliceous impurities like gangue. What is gangue? Ore means non-metallic impurities present in the metal is called ore. Gangue means sand, clay, and another siliceous impurities present in the metal make more weight, that are called as gangue particles. To remove the gangue particles from the metal is called concentration. What is concentration? Removing siliceous impurities like gangue particles, gangue or matrix particles. Siliceous impurities, what is clay, mud, etc. These are called siliceous impurities. Clay, mud, all those things. Okay, like Younger matrix called as concentration. For extraction of crude metal, many methods are the smelting, removing the oxide impurities from iron, that we will discuss later part. B question. Refining, I have explained. These are the 4 steps, major steps involved in the metallurgy process.